In 1969, black citizens weren't allowed to swim in white-only swimming pools. Mr. Rogers invited a black officer on his show and asked if he wanted to cool off by dip his feet into a small plastic pool. Mr. Rogers joined him, breaking the color barrier live on television. Millionaire Chinese businessman bulldozes rundown huts in villages where he grew up and builds luxury flats for residents instead for free. A 42-year-old UK woman faked cancer and raised around $62,000, 45 lakh Indian rupees. Through online donations, she later spent that money on lavish lifestyle and gambling.
Turned into a shoulder you cried on. I never wanted it to go.
In Japan in 1968, a fake motorbike cop stopped a bank vehicle carrying 300 million yen in cash, the equivalent of 10 million USD today. Told the driver to run because the car was rigged to blow. Then he simply got in the car and drove it away. The culprit and the cash have never been found till this day.
Won't be there for you no more.
A 16-year Afghan girl, Qamar Gul, shot at 3 Taliban terrorists and injured several other terrorists with her family's AK-47 assault rifle to avenge the killing of her parents after they were dragged from their home and killed.
No, I don't want.
There's a rainbow tree that sheds its outer bark to reveal a bright green inner bark that then matures to blue, purple, orange, and finally red. Misbehaving officers in Thailand are made to wear Hello Kitty armbands as a badge of shame.
Hoping I would get a little.
YouTube has created the Red Diamond Award to honor channels that surpass over 100 million subscribers.
Foolish, wasting my time on you, thinking we'd end up together one day. Lady, you can carry on weeping.
Nature's eye looks like a human eye.
My shoulder won't be there for you no more.
He was a tricycle driver for 20 years and has donated 35,000 renminbi, 5,327 USD to support the education of 300 poor students. One winter, he gave his last 500 renminbi, $76 to the teacher and said, "This will be my last donation as I am no longer fit to work." He was by Fang Li and lived for 93 years. Picture of engagement rings removed from the fingers of World War II victims. Imagine how many stories were buried. There is a building in Japan that has highway passing through its 5th, 6th and 7th floors. This man was a teacher for 40 years. At year 2 or 3 on picture day, he realized he had worn the same outfit as the previous year. So he got the idea to continue to do so for his whole teaching career. Syndrome K was a fake disease made up by Italian doctors to save Jews who had fled to their hospitals seeking protection from the Nazis. They were quarantined and the Nazis believed it was a deadly, disfiguring, and highly contagious illness. In 2012, a gang in Mexico kidnapped and killed Miriam Rodriguez's 20-year-old daughter. Helpless from government and police, she stalked and hunted them one by one until they were dead or in prison. She used fake IDs, guns, and even disguised herself. A selfie taken at the top of Mount Everest destroys the flat earth theory once and for all.
No, I don't want to stop.
Meet Balbir Singh, the man who cleaned 160-kilometer long river without any government support. Great work done by this man, but unfortunately, no one knows him today. In 2017, a North Korean man decided he'd had enough and attempted to escape. After driving at speed into the border, he ran for his life. He was shot 5 times but reached South Korean soil and collapsed on the ground. Despite his injuries, he made a full recovery and lives happily in South Korea.
I'm so foolish, wasting my time on you, thinking we'd end up
Jeannie
together one
Wiley
day.
was locked in a room and ignored by her parents for 13 years. When she was finally rescued, doctors found she had the cognitive level of a 1-year-old
Won't be
baby.
there for you no more.